actions. It's not why you act, it's not what motivates you, but it's the way you go about carrying yourself, right? Your vitality. The sun likes Aries. It loves Aries. It's exalted in Aries. Why? Because Aries, if you think about Aries just running into something, a ram running into something, that's exactly how Aries operates in the sun. Now the sun loves Leo. It's at home at Leo. What does the sun do? Illuminate, right? And what is Leo? It's the purest form of creativity in this realm. Now the sun hates Aquarius. Aquarius is too fixed. It's too stubborn. It doesn't just act. It doesn't just express, right? There's a thought process behind it. There's a reason behind it. There's a fixed point behind that expression. And the sun does not like that from Aquarius. But it hates Libra even worse. Because instead of being the one to just go and do something, and do that over there, Libra's the one who's actually thinking, trying to calm everyone down, communicate, relate. The sun doesn't do that. It expresses. Now, with that being said, what the heck does Pisces like? Pisces is mutable water, being adaptable and changeable to different ways of feeling and adding emotion to things, right? It's like a river. It goes with the flow, right? It's the best way to sum up Pisces because it's true. So, Pisces, the constellation, was birthed from the 12th house, the house of your subconscious, right? Think of it like being in a meditative state if you're connected to your higher self. That's the 12th house. What planets, what placements does Pisces like and not like? Pisces loves to be in Venus, where it can just flow. It can relate. It can kind of get everybody just drifting along the vibe that it's riding, right? Which is why it loves Venus. Now, Pisces is at home in Jupiter. Why? Because what is one of the best ways of just going about an experience that comes before you? Just doing it, just going with the flow. It's either a yes or a no. Do you like it? Do you want to do it? Yes. If you don't, then don't and move on. There's no thinking behind it. It's purely off of your emotions and what you feel like doing. You don't feel like doing it, you don't do it. You feel like doing it, shit, fucking do it. So Pisces is also co-ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, and nightmares. What do you think Pisces is always going to be vibing for? A situation and circumstance or experience where it feels like it can actually go ahead and experience those vibes and dreams and illusions that it has created for itself. Now Pisces is away and kind of falls in winter, right? It doesn't like thinking too much, it doesn't like communicating too much, because thinking and adding emotion to things is kind of hard. You have to utilize two different types of energy at the same time, right? Pisces doesn't necessarily like to think too much. It goes off by feeling. What does it feel? What is the feeling of the area around it? That's why it's mutable water. So with that being said, we know what the sun is. We know what the sun likes and doesn't like. We know what Pisces is. We know where Pisces came from. And we know what Pisces likes and doesn't like. So with that being said, Sun and Pisces, how do these people actually go about expressing themselves? Well, the first thing first is literally think of it like a river. Where are they going to go? What path are they going to follow? How are they going to act on that day, right? It's not why they act, but it's how they go about acting on their motivations. It's very go with the flow. And what this means is it's going to take the path of least resistance, right? So just because it's going with the flow, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be going based on the vibe that is around it, right? Or in its surroundings. If the Sun and Pisces person is feeling a different vibe, they're going to express themselves that way and eventually just shut out the world around them. Because even though they're adaptable to that vibe, that doesn't mean they always have to be. The reason why I say this is because if you think of a river, the more you try to get involved, the more you try to put your own pathway through it, right? The way that you want them to go, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen when you resist the flow of a Pisces? They're going to blow up. Think of it like this, right? What happens when you block the flow of a river? Like a beaver or something. You have two outcomes, and eventually it just becomes one outcome. You're going to dam that river and stop the flow from occurring, but eventually you're just going to get to the point where it's too much for you to handle, and that dam's going to break loose and they're going to explode. Pisces trines Scorpio and Cancer for a reason, right? If you get in their way, if they're going about expressing themselves and feeling themselves and doing this, and that, don't get in the way, because what happens when you dam the river? They're going to blow up. It might not be now. It might not be like a week from now, but it's going to happen. And when it happens, you're going to feel sorry for yourself. It's not going to be as, maybe explosive as a Scorpio, but it's going to happen. Eventually, the buildup will be too strong where it seems like that. But these people love also being surrounded by a vibe that is smooth and free-flowing and not too harsh and met with resistance. And this is why. Because you can think of Pisces as being a river. It doesn't like rocks and sticks in its way. It's why it carves itself around those obstacles and take the path of least resistance. If a Pisces is going to get lashed back or isn't able to calm down a situation to make everything seem smooth and free-flowing, depending on what the Pisces feels is smooth and free-flowing, that's where you get the stereotypical, oh, Pisces are bitches, Pisces suck, Pisces this, that, and third, right? It's not true. It's just that they can't be in the space that they want to be in. right? It's like asking an Aries not to run through the door. It's not going to work because you're going to walk away for 5 seconds. They're going to come back. There's going to be an Aries size shaped hole in that freaking door. It's just what they do. It's their nature. They go with the flow. They do things. Now, with that being said, you have to understand that also a lot of this comes from Pisces being birthed from the 12th house. If Pisces is being birthed from the subconscious and is ruled in Neptune, everything is a dream or illusion meant for you to experience, right? And you're just going with the flow, going from dream to dream, illusion to illusion, experience from experience. It's exactly like a river flow, exactly like Pisces. And this actually brings us into talking about Pisces from the spiritual realm rather than the physical realm, right? Because if you look at the zodiac wheel, we view Pisces, the 12th house, as being 12, last in the ecliptic, last in this 360 degrees of experience. But in actuality, it came first. It's the first 30 degrees to a spirit. Why? Because what exactly makes a vision powerful? A dream, you have to feel the dream. You have to go with the flow of that dream. You have to do whatever life, whatever experience carries you to actually go ahead and pursue that dream even further before you can actually start thinking about how can I make this dream a reality when I don't even feel it. So with that being said, let's actually look at the 12th house being from the spirit realm, like coming first. The dream, the illusion, the imagination that you had, the first thing that gets you up and actually visualizing what's going on, what you want to experience, comes first before you create anything else, right? What's the point of building a structure system if you have nothing to surround it with? What's the point of actually creating a thought pattern, ways of thinking about something when there's no dream, there's no substance, there's no feeling behind it? This is why Pisces came first. Because in order for there to be an experience, you have to have something you're looking for, something you're feeling towards, something you desire. Now, Pisces and the 12th house isn't exactly desire, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much Sun and Pisces people. They like going with the flow. They like trying to create a smooth experience and a smooth flow for its water to keep flowing. Basically, it's emotions where there's no conflict, there's no damming. Because what happens when you dam a river? Eventually, it's going to push that dam aside and just keep going with a lot more force than it should have had in the first place. But yeah, anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Check out our Instagram at Solar Systems and the Reels, Daily Laments. Breaking down every day's energy every day on the daily. And if you guys like to request any kind of reading, email us down below at reading@solarsystems.org. Just elbowed my desk. Anyways, until next time, fly high, y'all.